Roman Reigns confirmed for Survivor Series. Plus, we have an update on Daniel Garcia's AEW status, and another AEW star returns from injury. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Call Roman Reigns. That looks like that's what's happened. Hello? Oh, hang on. That's the cleaners. Apologies. Call back later. Roman Reigns flavored news to get us started, Andrew.
Yes. WWE released the official Survivor Series poster ahead of tickets going on sale for the show on November 30th in Vancouver, British Columbia. Featured prominently on the poster for the show, alongside Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Solo Sikoa, and Kevin Owens, is the one true tribal chief, Mr. Romulus Reigns, everybody. Reigns obviously hasn't been seen on WWE programming since he was taken out by the Bloodline a few weeks ago. There's some speculation he could be part of SmackDown's USA Network premiere tonight as well. That's a big old fisting right there.
Giving myself a rash doing that. Yeah, there is some speculation that we could see him tonight. So that speculation started when it was announced by Triple H that Cody and Solo Sikoa's steel cage match will open the premiere on USA this evening for SmackDown. And they need something for the main event. Potentially this could be where we see the return of the tribal chief, not seen, as we say, since he took that shellacking from the Bloodline, the new Bloodline. This could be where we have the pieces put in place for that Survivor Series War Games match in Vancouver, British Columbia. Bloodline Civil War.
I think so, because thinking about it, November's not that far away, is it?
It's not,
we're
no.
like mid-September now, so to start really like growing towards that matchup and that match within War Games, I think it'd be the right time to do so.
It is indeed, yeah. So we've got to get the ball rolling at some point. So why not now? And Roman Reigns being on the poster is a clear indicator that there are plans to have Roman Reigns at that event. If you're going to have him there, you got the War Games match. How else would you possibly have Roman Reigns there? They're not going to be putting Daniel Garcia on any posters anytime soon, though. At least not with the current status of Garcia in AEW. What do we know, Andrew?
So, Fightful Select have confirmed two reports from Wrestle Purists regarding the status of Daniel Garcia. The first being he was actually originally considered for the victory over MJF at All Out. And the second being that he's yet to sign a new AEW deal. Going on to say, originally, Garcia was considered for the win at AEW All Out. However, due to Garcia not yet signing a new contract, the result was changed. Fightful Select has confirmed both of those, that Garcia was considered for the win and that those in AEW say he's not signed a new deal. Garcia has been offered a new deal and AEW were hopeful he'd sign it before All Out, which didn't happen.
Fightful Select go on to say that one top talent had been under the impression this summer that Garcia was staying, but that is far from a guarantee. AEW believes that WWE has interest in Garcia, but we've not heard if any contact has been made as of yet. Fightful spoke to Garcia last week, who, even though he hasn't signed a new deal, was doing the media rounds for AEW. So nothing signed yet. This could be a case of Garcia and AEW not quite agreeing on terms. It might be a case of getting the T's crossed and the I's dotted before we get any further. But obviously, if you know that there is some interest from WWE out there, I think in any realm you'd be foolish to not at least somewhat explore it.
Yeah, I think so. And I think AEW really see value in Garcia as well, especially after, I mean, even prior to this stuff that he's done with MJF, this stuff with MJF has been incredible as well. Just the whole angle and everything, the match itself too. I feel like they see a lot of potential and a lot of value within Garcia. So obviously, you know, they want to try and sign him, but if maybe WWE are knocking, then Garcia, why not see what's going on that side of the fence as well, you know?
They do see value in Garcia in AEW, though, as they are finally starting to see value in the Outrunners. So the Outrunners got a booming ovation when they were part of the Tag Team Casino Gauntlet on Wednesday night's Dynamite. They are one of these acts within the wrestling world that have just got over on their own steam, got over on their own merits. It's hard not to love what they're currently doing, and Fightful say that there were numerous numerous people within AEW very happy about the Outrunners reaction from the crowd on Wednesday. They've worked the Kentucky area quite a bit, so they're known to the crowd, but regardless, there is still a lot of love for the Outrunners and the progress that they're making as a team, and they're putting all that work in themselves as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we get invested in it because we can see that they're truly invested and having fun with it, because obviously, you know, the whole 80s kind of gimmick thing.
It's not a gimmick, mate. They're the youngest men alive.
Sorry, they're the youngest men alive. I apologize. The whole 80s stuff, I think they play into it really well, and you can tell they love that stuff too and pay so much homage to it. It's hard not to get behind them and not to love what they're doing.
I'm just glad to see people, you know, who downed pints with Andre the Giant are still in amongst the great and the good of the wrestling world. You know, I mean, obviously Tony Khan is seeing their value the same way that Vern Gagne did, the same way that some of the greatest wrestling promoters of the last 7, 8, 9, 10 decades did. The youngest men alive. Keep being vascular, lads. Thank you. TNA Victory Road is tonight. They squeezed a few more matches onto the card last night on Impact.
Yes, they did. AJ Francis and Casey Navarro from First Class challenged the Hardys, with the challenge being accepted.
Ding, ding, ding.
PCO and Rhino also will team against Matt Cardona and Steph DeLander in an intergender mixed tag team battle. Steph DeLander is going into this match against love interest PCO, right, under duress, having previously signed a contract to be Matt Cardona's tag team partner. And on the Countdown show, Eric Young and Steve Macklin will face Hammerstone and Jake Something, plus Kushida takes on that lovely UK boy himself, Leon Slater.
North Wrestling Champion Leon Slater, lest we forget. That is joining the lineup already, including the Knockouts title on the line with Jordan Grace defending against NXT's Wendy Chu. We will see Josh Alexander and Joe Hendry go one-on-one. Enjoyed Joe Hendry giving us a little bit of a musical history of Josh Alexander last night.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it was good fun.
Oh, okay.
Kurt Angle from Wish is all I will say. Zachary Wentz puts the X Division title on the line against former champion Mike Bailey. Ace Austin and Chris Bay face the System for the tag titles. The Knockouts tag titles up with Militia facing Spitfire and Nick Nemeth defending the TNA World title against Moose. That's TNA Victory Road tonight in San Antonio. You can watch it on TNA Plus. Back to AEW. They had tapings for Collision last night. Of course, if you don't want them ruined for you, this is the part where this handsome gentleman and I say to you, Keith,
love you, bye.
Yuka ruined it. Yuka Sakazaki's back.
It was all right. The tape was wobbling. That's what it was.
It was a wobbly tape.
Yes.
Yuka Sakazaki back in ring. She returned to action last night, beating Serena Deeb. Haven't seen her since she got that leg injury a few weeks or a few months back, but it's good to see her back after she's been medically cleared to return. I just think an underrated element of the women's division in AEW.
I agree. Like, super underrated. She always gets the crowd behind her no matter what she does. She's had, I think, maybe 2 matches in AEW this year so far. This would be the 3rd, including this, and I think she's had one on Ring of Honor as well. And each time, it's always been a blast. I really love seeing her on TV.
Also, stand by for a banger, a blast, if you will, between FTR and GYV on Collision. And we have a fantastic moment at the end of Collision this week where FTR are saved from a GYV-flavoured post-match beatdown by the Outrunners.
Hey, come on.
Youngest men alive, showing those grizzled young veterans what for.
I'm excited as well because, as we were saying sort of yesterday, it's felt like for a little while the AEW tag team division might need a bit of a shake-up, something a bit fresh.
Something vascular,
and there's been a few little bits and pieces placed in there that have done such a thing as well that make me excited to see what the tag division has on offer.
Celebrating great young talent like the youngest men alive. I am all for it. On the podcast feed this weekend, we got a brand new episode of the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown review. Myself and Matthew Gregg are watching every episode of SmackDown. We're up to 2002, and we hope you'll join us as this week it is the SmackDown headline by Brock Lesnar versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God, I haven't send that one in forever.
Do you know what? It's quite the talking point.
Yeah.
We'll talk all about it tomorrow morning on the podcast feed. If you're a Patreon, the video version will be there for you as well. And Jack the Jobber is back on Sunday with matches of the month. He has given you a catalogue of incredible graps for you to watch from the month just gone. He weighs in on some of the biggest shows from what was a busy August, wasn't it?
It was a busy August,
All
like 3
in.
back-to-back ones. Yeah, All In, and then Bash in Berlin.
We had the G1 Climax in there as well.
Oh my God.
SummerSlam was in the mix there as well.
Ooh-wee.
A lot of stuff going on. Rev Pro put on one of the strongest British wrestling cards of the year as well. We talk about that. He goes all around the world, and you can listen to Jack's thoughts on some of the big wrestling milestone moments in August on the podcast feed exclusively on Sunday. And for the latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.